Hi, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna talk now about the XHOSA culture, the mixed fresh how can I say? But can you tell me more about the nyama yes XHOSA?
And that's not my fault. They can't fresh. And then we're going to and then we're going to stand for the bar. Stand for the party.
You guys see that? Yeah.
Then we're going to stand for the party. Think about your child to my God.
So, in other words, what he's saying now, we do things on our own. We don't like to use stuff like electricity stuff. We cook our things from the ground, as you see there. Like fresh things, same goes with the fruit and veg. But unfortunately now we don't have, I don't know what you call it. Let's move forward.
Okay, so basically we have an assignment, and our assignment is the XHOSA culture. So we're going around interviewing people, and we're lucky number 1 and 2. So my first question to you guys, what do you guys understand about the XHOSA culture?
I don't know. What does the XHOSA culture mean to me?
Yeah, what do you understand when you speak about the XHOSA culture?
I understand that they have like their own, obviously they have their own specific culture. The things they do traditionally is different to what I do. Their belief system is different to what I believe. And obviously the language, they speak a different language to us. So I can say in certain aspects they're the same, but in a lot more often.
What is your understanding of XHOSA?
We don't know much about XHOSA weddings in the first place. All we know is that Lapola is obviously way out, but we don't know about the rest of the races as well. So, I think you made it in the...
Okay, and then...
There's a slaughter of cattle.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And then my last question is, what do you understand when you speak about the ancestors and Muti? What do you think? What is that?
Muti. Like the drink they make.
Is that a drink?
They make these like special power.
The ancestors?
Yeah.
What do you think?
The ancestors are angry, then it goes bad with them. You have to like keep them happy.
Keep the family name alive.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Thank you, guys.
Pleasure.
Okay guys, this is our herbal cosmetics where you get all the traditional stuff. As you see, the old man is busy there sorting his stuff to put on the shelf. You get everything that you get in cosmetic, or let me say to a doctor, let me put it that way. Yeah.
Just that XHOSA people have inhabited the Eastern Cape area from as long ago as 1593 and most probably even before that. Some archaeological evidence has been discovered that suggests XHOSA speaking people have lived in the area since the 7th century AD. By the mid-17th century, the Tembu tribe was settled around the Nimbashi River, with the original XHOSA tribe settled in the vicinity of the Kai River and beyond. The senior XHOSA chieftain was given respect and tribute but was not much feared. The senior chief did not have enough military power to make himself king of a larger centralized state. The chiefdom was further weakened when Rarabi, brother of the chief Tseleka, challenged his brother's rule and was driven off with his followers. He was succeeded as senior Western Xhosa chief by his son Lambe and later by the Mika,
The
his
identity
grandson.
of isiXhosa. The Xhosa people of today have developed from an early clan of the Nguni people. The oral traditions tell us that the name Xhosa comes from a legendary leader called XHOSA. The Xhosa comprise a set of clan lineages among whom the main groups are Baka, Bonbana, Mofungo, Mopondo, Pondomise, Ixibi, and Tembu. They are the most southern group of the Bantu migrations from Central Africa into Southern Africa areas. The indigenous people they met on their migration were the Khoisan people. The Xhosa culture has borrowed from the Khoisan culture and languages, and the two people lived symbiotically and even intermarried. The Xhosa people speak a language called Xhosa, which is known as a click language, having three basic clicks borrowed from the Khoisan languages. The Xhosa were herders and farmers, but today they are involved in a wide range of activities and livelihoods.
People of South Africa each create jewelry using beads, but each has its own distinctive cultural meanings and forms. The Xhosa speaking people of the Eastern Cape are currently the second largest group in South Africa, and their beadwork survives today despite past attempts by some missionaries to stop it and shifting traditions within the Xhosa culture in current times. Traditionally, in Xhosa culture, a person's social status and identity could be read through their beadwork. Social meanings were created through the use of patterns and color to mark a person's age, gender, marital status, social role, and social rank. White in Xhosa beadwork is said to be associated with spiritual purity, red with loyalty, yellow with fertility, and green means new life. Patterns combine color with motifs such as diamonds, quadrangles, chevrons, circles, and parallel lines to create symbols of a very important aspect of the Xhosa culture.
Being among the Xhosa is called Ukwiko, Utamata, as in the religions of many other Bantu people. God is only rarely involved in everyday life through ancestral intermediaries who are honored through ritual sacrifices. Ancestors commonly make their wishes known in the living in dreams. Christianity is one or another accepted by most Xhosa-speaking people today. Cultural traditionalists are likely to belong to independent denominations that combine Christianity with traditional beliefs. The practices Xhosa religious practice is distinguished by elaborate and lengthy rituals, initiation, and feast. Modern rituals typically pertain to matters of illness and psychological well-being.
Some people are traditional ancestor worshippers, but they believe a creator who cares for them in the greater things in life and who protects them in extreme danger. Their ancestral fathers, on the other hand, watch over them everyday lives of their descendants, the crops and the cattle. Amongst the Xhosa, all people are reversed as spirits, and sacrificing offerings may actually be made for them while they are still alive. The ancestral fathers also speak to their families in their dreams. However, because not everyone is capable of interpreting these dreams, witch doctors are called in to act as a medium. They are easily recognized by the exotic ritual, and they often wear white as a symbol. Death are associated with many complex beliefs and rituals. The men of the clan always lead the funeral processes and the women follow behind. In the case of the death of the head of the family, cattle will be sacrificed and strictly produced follows, as he goes to join the ancestors and prepare himself to watch after the interest of the family that he left behind. Today, many Xhosa-speaking people of South Africa are Christian as a result of the early contact with European missionaries. However, their religion has become a unique blend of Christianity and traditional African hymns.
So we're doing the evolution of the Xhosa culture, where it comes from and where it is today. The culture has changed immensely over time. The biggest changes is the living conditions. Many of the newer age isiXhosa people, they live in the cities and not in the traditional homesteads as it was in the past. This is due to mainly apartheid.
So, like he said, apartheid is to be blamed for this. The traditional XHOSA family was patriarchal, but because of apartheid, many men had to leave their homes and to go work in the cities. This put a strain on the families of these men. This changed the dynamics of the XHOSA households. Today it has changed over time. So the state of the XHOSA culture in today's world is as such. There are still some purists who abide by the traditions and customs, but there is also the newer generation who still uphold the traditions and values of the culture, but who are also more open to change the evolution.
This is evident in how we see today's XHOSA culture. You don't see a lot of people openly practicing it, but if you go home, you'll see them actually doing it. And that's mostly what evolution is. Changing with time, but staying true to who you are. Thanks.
XHOSA symbols. Idaki is culturally significant clothing of XHOSA's culture. Since time immemorial, it has served as a cultural symbol characterizing a woman's rite of passage from unmarried to married life. It is a symbol used to separate, elevate, and classify or symbolize a woman as a newlywed. Umakoti is the process of learning about womanhood in married life. It symbolizes an in-between phase of becoming a wife. Traditionally, a XHOSA woman has to be the Amakoti before becoming a wife. Being Amakoti is the in-between phase of existence, a separation phase symbolized with wearing of Idaki. Amakoti is a rite passage. Until the cultural learning process, Ukoti, to becoming a wife, is complete. Idaki is primarily in two colors, which is brown and blue, with different geometrical patterns that has the African.
So this is a XHOSA outfit that is mainly associated with ladies who've just gotten married. It's made out of German material and it's known as Amagerman. Yeah, it's the same as this one, so they differ in colors according to the household where you are married to. Some they use blue, some they use brown. So it differs from household to household. And yes, we have imbaula, they call it a fire tin or a fire pot. But imbaula is made of a tin and it's used for fire, it's like a fireplace. And those were used to carry water, that is a bucket for water. Obviously you can see that's a kettle, it was used back in the day. And then we have a broom. It's completely made of the grass that's used to sweep the house. This is a fruit basket that you can use for your fruit. And on that side, that is a grass mat or kuko.
Grass mat, okay.
You can use it to sleep or you can use it to sit on it, depends. And this one is called tebe, which is like a tray that you use to carry your food. Same with this one, you can also carry some food, bread. And this is a sieve, it's XHOSA, and it's mainly used for brewing beer to carry the hops and the sieves.
Talking about artifacts, artifacts are also known as objects, and I'm going to be speaking about a few XHOSA objects that there is. There are XHOSA people known as the Red Blanket people. They form part of the Nguni tribe. They wear clothes or rags that is majority with a red color. And then there are more objects such as the beads. Men who wear beads are basically boastful because they show the beads, the patterns on the beads determines of how many women they with. So they wear the beads to boast of how many women they are with.
I'll be talking about circumstances whereby XHOSA people go to the mountains to become men. It's actually a very sensitive situation that I can talk about, but as XHOSA people, we do go to the mountains to get motivations to the elder people, to get more blessings to the ancestor. You stay a month there, drinking only water and stuff. Yeah. Okay, this is how it goes, the XHOSA traditional wedding. There's a family on this side, there's a bridesmaid on this side. So this is a husband, this is a wife, this is a broom, this broom is actually a blessing, but she have to be given by, what do you call it?
Maid of honor.
A maid of honor, yes. Yeah, so we're gonna do the proper wedding and the step when we start, so you guys can see what we're talking about. Molweni, you can sit down. You can sit down. You can sit down. You can sit down. This is Mzwanele. This is Ndombo Vuyo. Siyavuyisana nilapha. Yeah. Uyamthatha. Okay. Uyamthatha. I can't see you. Uyamthatha abe ngumfazi wakho. Uyamthatha abe ngumyeni wakho. Okay. Bendicela umshayelo sisi. Thank you. Umshayelo. Let me stand up. Lo mshayelo uzakubusisa wakhe umzi. Uvumile wathi uyamthatha ne? Ewe. Uvumile wathi uyamthatha ne? Ewe. Okay. Kwaya.
An important aspect of the XHOSA culture, traditional dancing. And while gumboot might not be as traditional as some of the older dances, it's a vital aspect of it because it emphasizes how it has evolved as a culture. It came about when people had to leave their homes during apartheid to go work in the mines. So in the mines, as a way of expressing themselves and communicating, they actually invented a dance called the gumboot dance, whereas it's all about staying low and making movement and sound with your feet. That's how they express themselves, and that's how they actually got over that feeling of homesick during the mines. So now let's demonstrate it for you.
That one, instead of hitting one time, you hit twice.
You got this?
Yeah.
That's a no from me.